Hello guys, today we will discuss about two doctrines, procedure established by law and due process of law. First of all, what's the meaning of procedure? Procedure means uses and practices that are given in statutes or laws. Statutes mean laws made by parliament. As per doctrine, court examines law from point of view of legislative competence. Competence in Hindi means shamta. So what is the meaning of legislative competence is that whether the legislature has authority to make law on that area or subject in which he has made a law to deprive an individual from his life or personal liberty. Okay, if you're not interested, we will. So court examines law from point of view of legislative competence and sees whether the executive has followed the prescribed procedures or not. So what law is here? First, a law will be made by the competent authority. That I mean by legislative competence. If I speak in Hindi for this, that क्या जिसने लॉ बनाया है क्या उसके पास क्षमता है उस लॉ को बनाने की, that is called as competence. And if legislature is making, then we will talk about it legislative competence. That whether legislature has the authority to make law on that subject. So as soon as a law will be made, it will authorize the executive for to deprive an individual from his life or personal liberty. But how? So how will be answered by the law? Law must prescribe the procedure that how will the executive will deprive an individual from his life or personal liberty. Okay, and so what will court check here? Court will check whether law is made under legislative competence, and second thing it will check, sorry, that whether procedure is followed by executive or not. If these two conditions are met, then court cannot stop then court will hold the actions of executive as legally valid. Okay, this is procedure established by law. Second is the due process of law. In this doctrine, court examines court examines law from point of view of legislative competence. This is also in the previous one, but along with it now its fairness. So court will examine law with its fairness also. But how will a fairness will be examined? So court will examine the fairness of a law by the principles of natural justice. Okay. So which there are some principles which are designed to ensure correctness and fairness in legal proceedings. Okay. So what will do now? What will law do here? It will first authorize the executive for what? To deprive an individual from his life or personal liberty, and how law will prescribe it. Now, what will court check here? Court will check whether law is made under legislative competence. Second thing, whether the procedure which is prescribed by the executive is followed, sorry, the procedure which is prescribed by the legislature is followed by executive or not. And third thing will be checked by the court is whether procedure is just, fair, and reasonable. If again these three conditions are met, then judiciary will hold actions of executive as legally valid. Okay. So now, what are the protections we are getting under under the former one? we are getting protection against only executive and not legislative, because in the former one we are not checking the fairness or reasonableness of the law, but in this due process of law we are also checking the fairness of the law. So we are protected by the judiciary against both executive and legislative. Okay, so that's all from my side. Thank you.